Okay, so in this case here we've got camping charges, right, for taking tent, right, and they talk here about tents covering ground area of less than or equal to 12 meters squared is this cost. Greater than 12 meters squared is this cost. So the tent size of your tent affects what you pay. And then it's got charge per person, £4 per night. But this bit's interesting here. Stay 5 nights and get the next night completely free. Right? There's a bit of an offer going on there. Okay, so there's no charge, it says then, for tents or people on every 6th night. Okay, so lots of information there. We might not use all of it, okay, because it depends on the conditions down here. So down here then it says, Roger and Lars are planning a camping holiday, staying at Maes Allen Camping. They're going to take 1 tent between them. So I suppose that's important. Maybe I'll underline this or highlight it to show 1 tent we're going to be paying for. They take a tent covering a rectangular ground area measuring 2.5 meters by 4.4 meters. So that's looking at the size of the tent, okay? It's rectangular, the tent is, and it covers this sort of, these dimensions here, right? A length by a width. And then they both stay for a total of 12 nights. Okay, so I assume now we've got to work out the cost, what they've got to pay, and then we can go towards then about what they're going to save and so on. Let's just focus on the costing first. So let's look at the tent covering, first of all, or the tent size. Okay, that's important, isn't it? Okay, and the costs, of course, for the tent, right? Now, what I do with these OCW questions is I do little subheadings, so a little subheading there, and then we can focus on something, and then once we've done, we can move on then to the next sort of detail, and we can have another subheading with a lot of marks, right? So it's important we spend time on this. Now, tent size and costs. Now, in terms of the tent size, it's 2.5 meters by 4.4 meters. So they don't give us the area, they just give us the dimensions. But we can work out the area of the tent, okay? Of course, it's a rectangle. It says rectangle, isn't it? There. So it's length times width. So 2.5 by 4.4. Okay, that's what we want to work out. Length times width, that times that. Now we've got to work this out, of course, without a calculator. So what I would do is down here, maybe do some work-ins. Now, it's actually not too bad to work out, because if you think about it, you can partition, right, 2.5, you can break it up, think of it as 2 and 0.5, if that makes sense. That's what 2.5 is. So then you do 2 times 4.4 and 0.5 times 4.4. Okay, so you break it up and you times each by 4.4. So 2 times 4.4 is 8.8, so you just double it. 0.5 times 4.4, now 0.5 is just a half, isn't it? So half of 4.4 is 2.2. Okay, so it's easy then, isn't it? You double that and you halve it. Double it and halve it, and you get 2.5 times 4.4. Add these up, and you get your grand total then of 2.5 times 4.4. 8 plus 2 is 10, so 0 carry 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus that 1 is 11. So the area is 11.0 meters squared. Okay, so the cost for tent is, we're going to choose this one here, yeah, the £14 one, because it's less than or equal to 12. Okay, we'll ignore this. We'll ignore this one because that would be greater than 12. Well, we've got the area to be 11, so it's less than or equal to 12. It's less than 12. So the cost is £14 per night. Now, what we need to do, of course, is work up the total cost, right? Now, remember, they stay in for 12 nights, right? But, if you remember back, it says here there's no charge for tents or people every 6th night. So, if you think about it, every 6th night they get free. Okay, so because there's 12 nights, they're going to get 2 nights that are free. Okay, so we can make that sort of statement. We can say, look, cost for tent, okay, over the 12 days, 12 nights. Okay, little subheading again. We could say, well, they pay for 10 nights and they get 2 nights free. Does So every 6th night is free, and there's 2 lots of 6s in 12. So 10 nights, so the cost will be then, cost for tent, it'll be 10 nights times £14. Of course, 10 times 14 is £140. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's look at the cost for people, because it says here charge per person is £4 per night. And of course, Rodri and Lars represent 2 people. Okay, so cost for people. Now again, they've got this thing here, so they're going to pay for 10 nights and get 2 nights free. Okay, so 10 nights, well, cost per night, isn't it? The charge per night, if we go back to this, is £4. Okay, so for 10 nights, it'd be 10 lots of £4, which is £40. Okay, so cost per person for 10 nights would be 10 lots of £4, £4 a night, so 10 lots of them, which would be £40. And then of course the cost for Rodri and Lars would be double this, yeah, £40 and £40. Okay, so they end up paying £80. Right? So then what we can do then is get the total camping cost. Okay, so remember now, to get the total camping cost, you've got to pay £140 for the tent and £80 for the charge per persons for both Rodri and Lars, and that comes to £220. Okay, so that's the total cost. Now it says then their holiday is just 8 weeks away. They each plan to save £15 per week from now until their holiday in 8 weeks' time. Will the amount they save be enough to pay for their holiday? Well, let's look at the saving aspect then. So again, a little subtitle here. Okay, so they each save £15 per week. So that means Rodri and Lars will save £15 times 2, which is £30 a week. Okay, so over 8 weeks, it'll be 8 lots of 30. Of course, when we times 8 times 30, it'll be 8 times 3, which is 24. 8 times 3 is 24, and add the 0. So they will save £240. And will it be enough? Well, of course it will be. Okay, so they save £20 too much, in fact. So they will save enough in time. You'll notice with these OCW questions, the way I've set this out, I've been quite descriptive, I've explained each step, but I haven't put it as a story, right? It's important you don't write as a story. The maths is the important bit, and your steps, put your units in, and so on, right? Your pound signs, meter squared, and so on. But explaining each step, having little subheadings, is the way forward to get the full marks on this.